Get ready with me while I share my opinion on the secret lives of Mormon wives. It's been all the rave nationally, and I would love to share my opinion as a psych nurse that lives here in Utah. All right, I'm going to start with the catalyst, Whitney. Here's my thought on Whitney. Gay. I think she's gay. I think she is secretly in love with Macy. I think her and her husband, who's also probably gay, have like some form of agreement. If they aren't just in denial, they've got to have like some form of agreement to make it into the highest of the heavens and, the whole thing instead of just being themselves. I think that is what we're dealing with here. Okay, the next one is Macy. I think she is also secretly gay. I think she might be in love with Whitney. I really do. I think if it didn't lead to eternal damnation being gay in their religion, I think those two probably would be a couple. The thing that really bothers me throughout like the whole series is how and it's probably just bothers me because I live here in Utah and I hear a lot that like when someone is like going through a hard time or sins, makes a mistake, is out here just being a human, they like to tend to say that they are lost. And that just makes me cringe so hard because I'm like they're just humaning. They're not lost. They're not like need to be saved. Like they're just living out their human experience. So I do think the show puts a little bit less shame on that human experience. Like we're all just out here living our lives on what we think is what looks like happiness to us, and I commend them for that. I really do. I've heard the stance, especially here, a lot on it's not representing the Mormon church the right way, which I don't think it's their job to represent a church. I think they do that for themselves, I would hope. They're just out here being humans. And I think there is something to be said when people show who they really are and they're transparent. That's the only way to really share yourself with the world. And I do commend them for that. I think that that's cool, especially in a culture where it's really looked down on to be anything less than perfect. And I think that that's great. Also, back to Jen. Can we talk about how Zach went and spent her money? And this is like, it probably wasn't mentioned in the show because I know the Mormon church really, I've heard a lot about they don't like to use money or sex as like a crutch. Like, you will do this for me if, or I won't give you sex tonight. So they're not supposed to do that or with money. So I'm pretty sure that's why it wasn't brought up. But can we fucking talk about how Zach went to Vegas, told Jen he would divorce her for something she didn't even do or know about, while he's out with almost $3,000 of her money she's earned? I think that like that should be talked about. Like, what, sir? Are you fucking kidding me, sir? God, now I'm gonna have a crooked eyelash. Fuck you, Zach. And then we have Taylor's mom. She much rather represent the church correctly by trying to like, she's just constantly saying like what the church stands for and how it's not aligning with her decisions instead of supporting and caring for her daughter. You can tell that that's more important to her. And I would bet a lot of daughters here would relate to that. Okay, now I have Demi. Demi is probably low-key my fave. Like, she just stands for the right thing. She's the only one with like healthy boundaries. She's so hot. She's such a hottie patati. And her drink that she drinks on the show, I want to try it. Sounds delicious. Michaela, Girl, I can tell you what that rash is from. That looks like a stress rash. That looks like it's from stress. Jessie, she's probably the only one I'd be caught in the same room with. Like, she just seems so fun and down to earth, and she's not like judgmental. Also, I really, really, really want her to do my hair. I really want her to do my hair. Serious. Layla, what a queen. What an original gal. She's the only one who doesn't have like blonde streaks in her hair. Like, she is her. She's a queen. Girl, I just want to give her a hug. You know, I just want to give her a hug. I love Taylor's like ADHD. It's so prominent. Like, she's always chewing her lip. I do that all the time. I totally relate to her. She's one of my faves. She's one of everyone's faves. I do think she takes all of the accountability when it's not all of hers to take. And after watching the way her mom talks to her, no wonder she thinks everything's her fault. I get that. I see that. We all see that. Anyways, if you need professional help, please reach out. Do not replace it with church, okay? Do both. Go to church and get professional help. But if you need professional help, please do not try and replace it with church. And that goes for all religion. This is my pick up my daughter and drop off look. Anyway, thank you for hearing my opinion, you guys. That is from a psych nurse here in Utah, and might go to Swig on the way.